Hey there everybody, what's up? Crapgamer here, Crapgamer Reviews with another video. Thank you guys so much for checking it out, I appreciate it. I would also appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button and hit the bell so you get notified of all the content as soon as it drops. No need to wait, no fuss, no muss. Yep. So anyway, there's an interesting article, and it's an interesting article for a couple reasons, and maybe not the reasons that you think right away, right? So it's Crytek, and it's a Crytek developer talking about the Xbox One X, and they were talking about how shocking or surprising it was working with the Xbox One X. And this guy, his name is Colin Bishop, and like I said, he's with Crytek. He says one thing that was a delightful surprise with the Xbox One X on initial usage was the amount of raw power it had underneath. We had to adjust some texture compression settings, but overall the optimization was minimum on 4K once we were up and running. And he said another thing that aligned closer with our core is the HDR support. With this, you can really push the style and look of your scenes without having to redo all the assets or compromise too heavily on frame rate. As you can imagine, we are glad to see this delta shortening, pushing us towards consoles reflecting the same development experience over time. So obviously this is some pretty damn good news. They asked Microsoft's insistence that all titles take advantage of the X have to be compatible with the Xbox One as well. Will that prove detrimental in the long run? And Bishop feels that the preserving legacy support is important to the point that the backlash for not doing so would outweigh the Xbox One X reaching its full potential. So basically saying if you don't put these games and have them run on the regular Xbox One and the S, that you're facing a huge backlash, which I agree 100%. Some people just bought an S or whatever and they aren't really interested in 4K or the best or whatever, but they still spent money on a new console and they want to get the most that they can out of the console. So he said this is an interesting question considering the background of CryEngine and how we have to approach tackling legacy systems and depreciation of tools. Every gamer has this connection to nostalgia and their favorite titles. You can also lose titles too quickly, which will inhibit the growth of franchises, and this is where I see the older titles sitting in a competitive gaming landscape. If developers were not maintaining those older systems and having a form of compromise towards the legacy content, you would receive what outweigh any performance gains, he said. So basically what he's saying is you got to have longer cycles, right? You can't forget about the old stuff, otherwise it could really kill off potential of new IPs and new games and things like that. And you know what? He's not really wrong. He's very much in the right here. And I think that it's really something to kind of behold. But the part that you might not understand is in this interview, it's this guy and he's from Crytek, obviously, but what the hell is Crytek working on the Xbox One X with, right? I mean, shouldn't that be like the first question that you'd ask, right? Because what is Crytek doing right now? To the best of my knowledge, Crytek isn't really working on anything. You know, Crytek does Rise, unless there is some kind of really new Rise sequel or something that we don't know about. Yeah, I'm not really so sure. You know, like what could this possibly be? I'm not really sure what the deal is here, but it is interesting nonetheless. And to see this interview with Crytek, like I said, I will link it in the description so you guys can check it out. But wow, like when I'm reading this, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do a video on this because he's really talking up the power of the Xbox One X, and that's kind of my thing. But at the same time, I'm looking and I'm trying to find what Crytek's working on for the Xbox One X, and they're in a damn thing that I can see. Maybe you guys can see something, and if you do, please hit me up on Xbox Live MOH like Medal of Honor Space Crapgamer, or on Twitter at @the_Crapgamer, because I was looking and I couldn't find anything. So I would love to know exactly what the hell they're working on the Xbox One X for. Like, honestly, is this something we don't know about? What's the deal? What's going on? I would love to know. This is interesting stuff. Maybe they said something that they never intended to say. Who really knows? But this is, in my opinion, pretty incredible stuff. And the Xbox One X being super powerful, and the importance of the backwards compatibility, and probably even some of the forward compatibility, I think says a lot for the future of the console. So, it'll be interesting seeing how this goes forward. But as always, I really do appreciate what you guys do, the support, the retweets, all that kind of stuff, the interactions. I love it. It's been great from day one. You guys have been fantastic, and we continue into 2018, and I'm looking forward to even more news down the road, because this should be a fantastic year for the Xbox One X. We're not done yet, folks. No, we're not done yet. There's plenty more to do. Thanks for watching. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer, out.